No matter how many times I watch this movie, I'm content with the fact that I'm never gonna figure it out. I don't think I'll ever figure it out. Jordan Peele is one of the greatest cinematic directors of our time. Obviously, Academy Award-winning director, writer. It just doesn't get better than that. Hi, Naturally Curly World. It's G. And this is Watch and Go, this series where we review TV shows, movies, and fun things. Today, I'm going to review Us.
You know how sometimes things line up? Coincidences? Since we've been up here, they've been happening more and more. It's like there's this black cloud hanging over us.
There's a family in our driveway.
Who is that?
Run.
What are you people?
It's us.
Let's get into Us. The first product that I want to tell you all about is my all-time favorite shampoo from Dove. This one is the Anti-Dandruff 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. I recommend it to everyone because it really does work wonders for your scalp. I'm not going to demonstrate that on camera. You know how to wash your hair. I'm going to show you essentially how I refresh these braids using 4 incredible products that you definitely need to try yourself. So the first product that I'm going to use while I talk to you about the movie is from Righteous Roots. It's their hair oil. If you have not seen Us, there will be spoilers in this review. There will be spoilers in this review. Spoilers in this review. In this film, really, we're following Lupita's character. Her name is Adelaide Wilson. She seems very reserved at first, and then as the movie starts to progress, as they go over to their summer cabin, you start to see that she is shifting in her character. She's showing signs of anxiety, like anxiousness. Okay, so that's done. The next step is actually going through each of these extensions and reshaping them. The mousse that I'm using is from The Main Choice. God, there's so many things I liked about this film. So the very first thing that I liked was the pacing. I mentioned before that the anxiety that builds up through our lead character, Adelaide Wilson, you're with her throughout her entire journey. And that really has to do, in my opinion, with how the film was paced. It was real chill. Nothing really got out of hand until it needed to get out of hand. And I think the writing and the cinematography, the direction, it all plays into that pacing, which is why we were all so captivated by this film. I love the music. The music was phenomenal. Aside from the use of I Got 5 on It by Lunas, the score itself was actually startlingly beautiful. I really, really enjoyed it. Much like the pacing of the film, there wasn't a lot of shock. There wasn't a lot of loud sounds until you absolutely needed them. Prime example is actually the intro, when we have the bunnies, which I'm not gonna get into because that's a whole other rabbit hole. The person that is in charge of that score, his name is Michael Abels, and he is an African-American composer who also gave us the score for Get Out. The next thing that I like about the film, it's really the chemistry between all of the characters. But the thing that I love the most about Adelaide and Red being the same exact person is that when they come into the same room together, when they're actually confronting each other, this to me calls into question for the audience member the idea of identity. This is a challenge. How far would you go and what lengths would you go to confront the true reality of yourself? And that's something that both of these characters were tingling with every time they were in a room together. I would say that they are more than just characters. They're us. And that to me is like one of the many cruxes of this film. It makes you think about your own identity. What would you do if you had to look yourself in the mirror and confront the things about yourself that were pretty much unseemly, or things you don't like about yourself? Names are very important in this film. The name Adelaide in French and German actually means nobility. She is actually a representation of someone that has a lot of privilege in a country that she resides. When you think about the flip side of that, Red, she is the opposite of having nobility, of having privilege, and she has been fighting her way up to this high stature. One of the names that stuck out the most to me in the film is Gabe's doppelganger's name is Abraham. The name Abraham is significant across many cultures and many religions, and to me in this film, Abraham essentially is the equivalent of a king in response to Red's queen. For me, Red symbolizes animus, and that is essentially the concept of our psyches having a masculine side of our female mind. So when I see her, I'm always wondering, like, why are you constantly protecting your son? So Red, if she is truly animus and she has this masculine side of her female mind, she's trying to preserve her lineage, and that would be through an heir, and the heir is her son. So even though that seems like a crazy complex thought, that just kind of ran into my head. I'm done twisting these extensions, and I'm going to walk you through how you can just finish them with a leave-in, spray leave-in, and something really cool that I don't know if many of you've seen yet, so I'll tell you about it when we get there. This is my favorite, my absolute favorite leave-in. It's from Tropical Living. It's the Jamaican Black Castor Oil Leave-In Conditioner and Detangler. Oh yeah. I constantly fall into this rabbit hole of thought when I think about the end of Us. I think that what's being shown is that we are witnessing what it looks like for a world to go mad, and what it looks like when people have a break in their identity, when they lose sight of who they are and what they've been doing. So if you're missing like a huge chunk of who you are, it throws you for a tailspin. It throws you for a loop when you finally bring that reality back into your world. You have to reconcile those things. You have to figure out who you are. And I think that's what we might be witnessing at the end of the movie. I didn't realize that I needed a hair tonic. It's from Eden Body Works, and it's full of vitamins, and it's liquid. You just shake it up, you just spray it on. In the end, there's been much debate about Jason's smile. At the end of the movie, we see that Red has triumphed, and I think Jason looks at her and smiles at her because the tethered in him sees her for the first time. He sees her, this mother figure that had been protecting her son, protecting the heir to her throne this whole time, finally recognizes her. And I think that's where the smile comes from. It's one of the most moving moments of the film, absolutely. But it's also the one that I feel like really sparks the debate. It really sparks those questions within all of us. What does he know that we don't know? And I think that's truly amazing. Us deserves 5 out of 5 stars. Please let me know in the comment section below what you thought about the movie, what you loved, what you hated, what you wanted to see happen. Like, give me everything. We'll be back with some more videos for you guys. And yeah, if you like this video, Please give it a like, share, and subscribe. We make these videos all the time, so we'll see you soon. Bye.